So have you tried out the new Mailchimp pop-up builder that's currently out in beta? Maybe you even built the perfect Mailchimp pop-up form in the new beta, but now you're stuck staring at your WordPress site wondering, where the heck do I put this thing? Don't worry, I've got you. In this video, I'll show you exactly how to add that shiny new Mailchimp pop-up form to your WordPress website without breaking anything, screaming into the void, or touching a single plugin. Well, maybe just one, but it will be painless, I promise. Let's go. So starting under the Forms tab under Pop-Up Forms Beta, I have one already. This is what I've built. Let's go take a look, and then I'll be showing you how I'm going to add it to my WordPress website. So let me just take a look at the content real quick. And if you're not familiar with the design, I did a previous video that you can go check out. I'll leave a link up there in the corner, and you can also get a link to it in the description so that you can get the overview if this is your first time looking at the new pop-up builder beta version. So if we click on preview this, we'll just preview it locally so you get the idea. Here's what it's going to look like on the page. Pretend that your website's behind it. And if I minimize this, we have this sweet little thing called a second chance opportunity, or AKA follow-up, so that if I click on that again, it'll open back up and the person can then fill it out. But let me get out of this. So that's our preview. I'm going to click on Save and Review. Now here comes the interesting part in all of this. So right now I have it only on my free Mailchimp website that you get. I'm going to click on Edit Site Settings. I'm going to click on Manage Connected Sites. I'm going to click on this plus button up here that says Connect Another Site. It's going to ask you, are you connecting to Shopify or are you going to manually connect a site? We're going to say manually connect a site and click on Manually Connect. We're going to enter in our website details here, so the full URL, and then it's going to ask you what audience do you want this connected to. So we'll pick on Strategic Marketing Solutions and click on Get Code Snippet. Now here is where you might need a plugin. So if we just open this up a little bit more, it's basically a JavaScript function that's going to be put in your head tag of your website. Now, since we're dealing with WordPress, there are a multitude of plugins that you can get that will help with this. The one that I particularly like is WP Code. It used to be called Headers and Footers plugin, and now it's the new name, WP Code. Now, before we dive into getting that code onto our WordPress website, a quick note. If you're collecting email addresses through forms like this one we're building, or using any kind of tracking on your site, then you may want to check out today's sponsor, Cookiebot CMP by Usercentrics. Cookiebot automatically scans, categorizes, and blocks cookies based on the latest privacy laws. No coding required. Super easy to install, runs right from a WordPress plugin, and yep, it's totally free to get started. So you can focus on growing your list while staying compliant. There's a link in the description below if you want to go check it out. So what we're going to do now is we're going to click on Copy Code, and then we're going to go over to my website. Going to go into the back end of things, into the dashboard. We're going to scroll down here to Code Snippets. We're going to click on Header and Footer. Okay, you can see here, this is where I have all my Google Analytics tags, Google Manager tags. So I'm just going to scroll down here because it said it has to go in the header. I'm going to click right here after this script tag and paste in our code and click on Save Changes. Okay, now it says don't forget to clear the cache. So I do have Cloudflare cache. So I'm going to go and do that now. And then we're going to go test the connection over here to make sure that it is now connected. So I have confirmed the connection. So you see here, it says Larry Snow, and then it's connected. So let's go back to our pop-up form here, and we're going to click on refresh in our pop-up form settings here, and we should have, yep, LarrySnow.me as our option. Okay, so this is where it's going to appear on my website. So that's how we do that. Now, we can add or exclude target pages. So that's something that we want to do. We want to target. So if a person is containing any of these, or currently not viewing any of these, or has visited or has not visited a page, then we want to show or not show the pop-up. So if they are currently viewing and we could say contains, matches exactly, or doesn't match exactly. So not only do you have the URL, you can also do the URL path. So play around with this a little bit and make sure that you are including or excluding whatever pages that are necessary for you to control where the pop-up shows on your website. So I'm just going to do currently viewing, and it's going to be contains any of these, and then I'm just going to do /abot. I do not need the full URL here. Click on save. So now we know it's only going to be showing on the About page. Okay. Now, who should see it? We're going to click on edit targeting here. Now you have choices here. You can do already known visitors, has placed an order, an anonymous visitor, but I'm going to do all visitors. Now, also in referencing the previous video I did, make sure you're taking a look at the visitor rules and know what all visitors means and what that encapsulates. Okay, now you could also add in additional conditions here. So let's say they're coming in from Facebook, or they're coming in from a organic or paid ad or Instagram or LinkedIn. You could track that here too and say only show if people are coming in from a certain place for traffic source. You could say only show it to people who have viewed a number of pages, or maybe they're coming in from a particular geolocation, or maybe it's a particular device or a particular cookie. So you can really fine tune who should see your pop-up. Okay, so I'm just going to click out of that because I'm not going to add any conditions because we're just testing this out. So click on save there. Okay, so the next option we have is when should it show. So here we have time on page, total time on a site, inactivity, quick scroll, flick up, or exit intent. I'm going to keep it time on page for 2 seconds, and we're going to enable it on phone, tablet, and desktop. Now you could add in additional triggers here. So if you want it to be on exit intent, which is only a desktop option, so you could have it show on all 3 types of devices, and then it'll show up again on exit intent. So you could do that if you wanted to. And you could add in another trigger. So there's a lot going on here and a lot of features that you can add. So we've got everything down. Now we just need to do publish. Now the question you might be asking is, how are they going to get this free ebook? Well, that is an automation, a customer journey. I've done several videos on customer journeys, but for now we're just testing everything out here. We're testing out the pop-up option here. I'm not going to be showing the automation piece. I'll just click on publish or schedule. So on publish or schedule, you can publish now, or you can have it schedule out on a particular date and time, and you could also have a opt stop date. I'm just going to click on publish now, and it'll go to all visitors. Okay, so we've added our code. We've tweaked how the pop-up is going to be shown. Let's go take a look at how it works. So I'll go over to my page, click refresh, and there you go. It comes in pretty big. I probably want to minimize that a little bit. And there's also this scroll option here for this image. So the image is a little too big too, but let's test it out. And we're just going to do Susie and our email address, and we'll click on continue, and they get the redirect. It says thank you for downloading the ebook. So that is all working. So I have to confirm my subscription. So let me go do that. All right, so it says thank you again. And then if I go into my contacts, you'll see here I'm the first one in the list. So, and if I click on Susie here, we have the tag ebook. So all is working well. And then on the automation side, I have a customer journey going out that delivering that lead magnet. And that's a wrap. Your shiny new Mailchimp pop-up is now live on your WordPress website, and you didn't even need to call tech support. If this walkthrough saved your sanity, go ahead and give it a like and maybe a subscribe for more tips like this. And let me know in the comments if you want a part 3 where we go even deeper into customization or automation magic in the next video.